Once again, welcome to THV Tutorials. In this episode, we'll be looking at management accounting. I'm Seth Nikwe, and this is the THV crew.
My name is Yaba Frank Aposine.
This is Shamsuddin Awoye.
Hello, Ofia Boachi.
Yeah, so we will continue with management accounting in this video. We'll be looking at CVP analysis or the break-even analysis, right? So the CVP stands for cost, volume, profits analysis. This is the practical section, right? So we already have the theoretical aspect on the channel. So you have the link is in the description below. Just check it out. Before we start, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Yeah, so we have a question here on this CVP analysis, right? So the question goes, Frank, read the question.
PPP Limited currently provides a single service. The cost per unit is as follows: selling price 130 Ghana cedis, direct materials 22 Ghana cedis, direct labor 15 Ghana cedis, direct expenses 3 Ghana cedis, variable overheads 10 Ghana cedis. Total fixed cost for the period amounts to 1.6 million Ghana cedis. The projected sales unit is 28,000. You are required to calculate A, the break-even point in sales unit and value per month. B, the margin of safety for next month. C, the budgeted profit for next month. And D, the sales required to achieve a profit of 25,000 Ghana cedis in a month.
All right.
250,000 Ghana cedis in a month.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Frank. So how do you go about this question, right? So I'm starting with the A, the break-even point, right? So A, break-even point, right? This is denoted by BEP. Now, in the question, we have to calculate what? The break-even point in sales units and then value. So, B units, right? And also in sales, but we'll get to that. So, what's the formula for that? The formula is giving us the required contribution over the contribution per unit. So BEP in units is equal to required contribution
Hey! Why you want to swallow my pen? You know if you carry your hand
over the contribution per unit, right?
Yes. Yes, Bola.
Required contribution over contribution in units.
Right.
Right.
So now the question becomes, what is the required contribution point in units, right? It's equal to the required contribution over the contribution per unit, right? So what's the required contribution in the question?
The question.
Yeah. So from the
Master, any mark. Required contribution.
Frank.
Okay, so I want to just this is what I'm thinking. Contribution is variable cost minus selling price, right? Or cost of sales minus selling price. So to me, the required contribution will be the 22 plus the 15, 3, and then 10. Taken from that angle.
For him.
He's wrong.
They say you are wrong, Master. Please show it to me. Show it. Let us show the show.
But thank you for the try. Yeah.
Show his face now.
Required contribution
He's correct.
Oh, come on, son.
But whatever.
Come on, you did not try.
The fair contribution is always equal to total cost, total fixed cost. Right, so
You want me to laugh first?
go to total fixed cost. Right. When the question, what was the total fixed cost?
Okay, so
Total fees was 28,000.
No, please.
1.6
Total-
million.
1.6 million.
So the fair
Hey,
contribution
from
was
now to
1.6 million.
8,000.
Right, so
If you buy this one for now, you finish and you buy
1.4.
Hey,
Right. So what then is the contribution per unit? The contribution per unit. The contribution.
around too much.
Oh, sorry.
Contribution per unit.
Yeah. So contribution per unit. All right. Don't worry. So contribution per unit is giving us selling price per unit minus the variable cost per unit. Right. Selling price per unit minus the variable cost per unit.
yeah, that's contribution.
Yeah, contribution per unit.
Okay, sir.
Right, so how do we get that? The selling price also given the question as what?
That's 130.
130 cities, please.
So the selling price per unit was given as 130. But what then is the variable cost?
Variable.
So the variable cost per unit will be the summation of the direct materials, direct labor. Yeah, so that's what we were saying first one. So what I was saying was contribution per unit, not
Required contribution.
required contribution. So,
Variable cost per unit.
yeah. So we add the direct materials, the direct labor, the direct expenses, and the variable by it. So that gives us
Plus 15.
22 plus 15 plus 3 plus 10.
130.
25 plus 15 plus 10. 10, 25. So it's 50. So the variable cost becomes 50. 50 cannot be per unit.
I'll give it 8.
Yes. So variable cost per unit becomes 50. So when we less that, it gives us a contribution per unit of 80 Ghana cedis. Right?
Sir.
So straight away,
Thank you, Bole.
so right, so break even point in units is given us. So you calculate it. When you calculate it, it becomes 20,000 units. Right? But the question asks us to find out not just the break even points.
But you sales units in value per month.
Yes, value per month. So the value, right? Now, how do you get for this is units, but how do you get for the value?
What have I done to now? 20,000 units.
So we just multiply this 20,000 units by the selling price per unit to get our break-even point in sales.
Relax. You multiply what by what?
The break, this break,
Relax. Okay, we are supposed to find break-even point in sales units and value per month.
You
So-
are finding the value.
So relax.
Yeah.
The val- the br-
Well,
the break even points in sales and then the value per unit. Is it the same calculations?
Making point in sales.
Yeah.
In sales is you get your answer in terms of currency, but in the unit you get your answer in terms of units.
And then they said in sales units and value per month. That's what I'm saying.
So sales per okay, please, like make a point.
Okay, so the question was the break-even point in sales units and the value per month. Is it the same calculation, or you calculate for break-even point in sales units and also calculate for value per month? That's the question.
Yeah, it's a separate calculation, but before you can solve for the sales, you have to get for the units.
I think what is confusing is that the sales unit,
Yeah.
right? And then you are seeing value per month.
Yes. So
They are basically saying they are
No. So it's the way they are saying is this:
Come on, I will see.
sales units per month, and then value.
So that is what he's talking about.
Sorry, sales value per month.
Value per month. So I'm sure that is what is going. He's asking that, do you calculate sales unit per month separately, or is it a different calculation? Am I right? Am I on point?
yeah, that's it.
Is there a different calculation for sales unit per month?
Yeah. It's a different. This is a different calculation. This 20,000 we got it from the required contribution.
Yeah, the 20,000 you bought is
Yeah.
break-even point per unit.
Yes,
right?
in unit. Yes,
So you use that break-even points per unit and you multiply it by
selling price. Per
selling price per unit to get your sales per unit.
Value.
Sales value.
So
Value, you're getting into money.
Okay, so the sales units and value per month is one thing that you are calculating for.
sales units is what you get back. That's the BEP units. Then sales value is BEP sales.
Ah, okay. I got it.
Or I did it. Yeah, start. Strong is just a good.
Oh, I tell you.
Make you no bite the microphone. I come in there, I tell you that.
Alright, so
Microphone you take give me, you take to my mouth inside. You say me I don't want to buy it.
You can't be very-
so 20,000, right?
Right.
The same price per unit was 130. That gives 2.6 million.
Sure.
I wrote this song looking at you, and the drum just swing low, and the trumpet they go pam pam pam.
So we are done with the first.
I'm writing right.
From George. We are done with the first
So that's
aspect
what
of
I'm
the
mind.
question, which is the A. We have our big even point in sales and units as well.
Yo, Charlie, they said that I forgot right I Friday. I'm not right the other eyes. Right, how you do it?
Now, face to face, I don't make it do it.
You don't think camera.
Wake up, na shaki.
Alright, so I'm moving on to the B.
Come on, man.
Right.
Hey!
So the B aspect.
Yes.
The B says that what? The margin of safety
For the next month.
for the next month.
You know. You do fucking.
Hey, come on, man. You were showing you. What do you have to do, come on? So actually, you have to tell me. What do you have to do, come on?
I'm not on mine. They were home.
Hey!
All this one to the
I'm gonna tell you about this. Put up for him to be left with it.
What do you you've not eaten?
do.
Whatever come on cry.
Yeah, so
Margin of safety for the next month. Yeah.
You know how I make it.
so how do we find for the margin of safety?
Please, please.
For that, this is a formula. Margin of
You need to say that. I need to say the margin of shift. This can mean the margin of shift.
Yeah, that's how it's true. Even now when you don't cry, this is it. I want the money.
all right.
I not have. Hey.
So
I do.
margin of safety, right? Let's say in units.
I'm going to lie, you're not going to become margin of shift.
Is the projected or budgeted sales.
Then this thing will enter inside the video. You go trend pass. You go search you. You didn't say.
I mean, yeah.
See? Yeah, this is a formula. Now you have already calculated the break-even point. You know that that's 20,000, right? But the projected or budgeted sales was given a question, so let's look for that.
$250,000. That's the sales required to achieve. So required
250,000.
required means
Are you sure? No, please.
projected sales unit. Sorry, 28,000.
So they don't go give us our formula.
There's no bad formula.
So the battery now is you.
Minus 20,000.
Yeah, man. Now give us 3,000.
Thank you.
From our big one.
Depending.
Our big one.
Right, so this becomes our margin of safety. Now, how do we find for the budgeted profits for the next month? Budgeted profits for the next month.
A, B, C.
So
Matter.
let's
Yeah,
find profit will be what?
Yeah.
Sales minus cost will give us our profit, right?
yeah.
Sales minus cost. At least, yeah, no.
That'll
Let's
give you
the
a gross
formula.
profit.
Sales minus
No, are you telling me I'm lying? Sales minus cost will give you gross profit. It's a matter
cost
of
of sales.
You never touch that line.
Bye down soon.
Wisdom. Right. Now the profit.
Hey, Basa fans, motion mu you. Basa fans, what do you have to say? Tell them understand that's correct.
Now, please. Your cost can be broken down into what? Alright, let me use this one rather. Total revenue minus total cost.
Yeah, that will give you profit.
Now, total cost broken down into what? Total fixed cost and
All over.
Total variable cost.
then total variable cost, right? So you have to find for this and this.
Yeah,
Add them, add these two and subtract them from the revenue. Total profit, right? So what's the formula for total revenue?
Total revenue.
Yes,
P times Q.
yes. That's price times quantity,
So why you need to Q?
right? But in this instance, it will be the selling price per unit times the quantity. I'm bringing this formula up. Are you going? This formula up because I want to ask which quantity would we use? Would we use the? It says budgeted profit, right? Budgeted profit. So you have to use the.
Margin
Yeah.
of shift.
No, not the. You have to use the related sales for it, right? We can't use the break-even point in units. So we have two units right now. We have the BEP
Hey.
and also we have what? The projected sales. So which one will we use? Using the projected sales or the break-even point in unit?
Projected
Yes,
sales.
so that you cannot use break-even
Break-even
point.
point. So we
Okay.
have to use projected sales.
Alright. So now we are calculating for the projected profit, right? We know that the profit is given by sales minus total cost or total revenue minus total cost. Total revenue is the same as sales revenue. And total cost is one of total variable cost and total fixed cost. Right. The total fixed cost was already given in the question. That was 1.6 million. Right. Are we getting it? That's 1.6 million. So the sales revenue, to get that, you use the projected sales times the selling price per unit. Does someone have a question?
So,
Hey,
so
Macho.
that doesn't mean the formula
Remember
for
Asian seafood why?
variable cost, the total variable cost, doesn't mean that formula for total variable cost is sales times variable cost.
The total sales times what?
Variable cost. That's projected sales times variable cost.
Please can you formula for what?
Total, what's the formula for total variable cost?
That would be variable cost per unit times quantity.
Times quantity. Okay, so the sales unit is not amount, it's quantity.
Yes, quantity.
Okay.
Relax. You said formula for profit is what? Total revenue minus
Yes,
total
total
cost. So total revenue here is the sales revenue.
Yeah. Alright. For the total variable cost, you get 1.4 million. Yes.
Hey! Hey!
Yeah, I use my head basically.
Is it you don't want to do it?
Not for you today.
Sound like this broken.
So this becomes 3 million. Right?
Jimmy. Boy, Jimmy.
About you, the
So
Jimmy.
you are subtracting it, so right? That gives us a profit of 640,000. So this is our profit, 640,000. So moving on next, we're calculating the sales required per channel.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So please,
Yeah.
bear with me. You said total revenue minus total cost, that's its profit. Total revenue, sales revenue there. Please, I went off. Total, the sales revenue, the 28,000 was the projected sales unit,
Yeah.
right? So why are we times it by the selling price?
Well, you are looking for budgeted profit, right? Budgeted profit, not so it's all based on a budget, right? And in the budget, they have budgeted selling 228,000 units, right? So if you want to find the budgeted profit, it will be that budgeted sales units that they want to sell times the selling price that they'll be selling it. Right? Is that okay?
So please do justice to total revenue, to total variable costs.
So it's the same. If you budget to sell 280 units of a product, it's the same way to get the total variable cost per unit. That would be the 50 and the variable cost per unit times the projected amount.
Yes.
Right. But for the total fixed cost, it's already given a question.
The question.
You know that it hasn't changed. So,
1.6 million.
So now they said the day. So that is another going to
Enya camera. Yeah, na looking at biting.
So we are now moving to, that means we are done with the C, right?
Yeah.
So now moving to the sales required to achieve a profit of 50,000 dollars. Okay.
So now the sales required to achieve a target profit of 250,000 Ghana cedis. So this is the formula. required contribution plus target profit over the contribution per unit times the selling price per unit, right? The target profit will be the 250,000, right? Then the rest we already have from the question, so let's just solve. Okay. Perfect. Over. That was 80, right?
Yes.
That will give an answer of 3 million.
Looking at you.
Take camera show you.
Yeah?
Camera show you.
Yeah, you are.
Take camera show you. Answer this one.
Boy, cameraman, you best out. Looking at you.
Right. So this is how is what I want it. Yeah. So I'm done with this question.
Trial question 2. A company manufactures a selling product which has different cost and selling price structure per unit. Selling price 120, direct material 22, direct labor 36, variable overheads 14, fixed overhead 12. 12 and 84, then the profit is 86.
So what will they solve the
The
variable?
fixed overhead absorption rate is based on a normal capacity of 2,000 units per month. Assume that the same amount is spent each month on fixed overheads. Budgeted, sales for next month are 2,200 units. You are required to calculate.
Hey! Down ball.
The break-even point in sales units and value per month. B. The margin of safety for next month. Safety for next month. C. The budgeted profit for next month. D. The sales required to achieve the profit of 96,000 in a month.
Today, no 2,000. Hey! Down ball. Coffee Mensa,
Hey, boy. And then you come on the class.
Yeah, so Abadi, thank you very much. Now we start with the break-even point units, right? The same formula, required contribution
We'll come back to what it.
over contribution per unit.
Yes,
So I
sir.
realize that in this question, it says that the fixed overhead absorption rate is based on a normal capacity of 2,000 units per month, right? It doesn't make mention of any fixed cost for the period or for the month, right? But however, it gives you the fixed overhead per unit. That's the OAR. So when I said that in our marginal absorption cost, we discussed it, so that when you see the fixed overhead per unit over there, that's the same as the OAR, right? So that's always the OAR. So to get our required contribution into the fixed cost, it will be the fixed cost per unit times the normal capacity of 2,000 units. Right?
If I'm not careful,
He's right.
It's just the past my eye thought.
Make you should make you turn the camera. Why you like that? Ah.
Alright, sorry. So the required contribution,
Camera
right?
is breaking.
And then contribution per unit. The required contribution is the same as what?
It's
Fixed overhead cost.
fixed cost.
Fixed cost.
No. Now the fixed cost that I'm talking about, it was not stated in the question. It was not stated in the question like that, right? But I'm saying that we have been given fixed overhead per unit, right? So that is going to be our OAR. And when we are given the OAR, we can use that to determine the total fixed cost, right? The total fixed cost at normal the activity level for the firm, our normal capacity was what 2,000 units. That's what we've been given. So you just need a fixed cost per unit times the fixed overhead per unit times the 2,000 units to get our required contribution.
So 12 times 2,000.
Yes, please.
I've gotten it, man. Shit, man.
Okay. So,
That's a good question.
please, are we following?
Yes.
So now, how do we handle the contribution per unit?
Take ask the question.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Would it be the same selling price minus variable cost per unit?
Contribution is selling price minus variable cost. And you have been given selling price, you have been calculated, they have calculated the variable cost to be 84. So yes, so you do that. 84 be variable cost.
40.
No, they calculated it, and that's how they
Okay,
pushed
okay.
it to 84. So yes, we will use selling price minus
Continue.
variable cost. Because selling price has been given to be 120.
Yeah.
And then they calculated direct material, direct labor, variable overhead, and then fixed overhead to give you 84 in the question. So 120 minus 84 give you 36.
You see what?
36.
You said 120 plus minus what? Oh no, please. 120 minus what?
50. And then 58. 120 minus 84.
Alright.
We'll give you a profit of 36.
I said probably 56. What's 120?
So-
120?
Very good. Well done. But we are speaking the truth.
You know, come on, man. More than come.
But
But inside.
the 84 includes the fixed,
Overhead.
right? And contribution is what? The
It's only
selling price per
variable
unit
cost.
minus the variable cost.
Variable cost.
So we're supposed to remove the
Variable cost. So fixed overhead.
yeah. So
84
this is-
minus 12.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. So if you are calculating for the contribution per unit, one way to do it would be what? The selling price minus the
Variable cost.
variable cost per unit, right? But of course, in this case, the variable cost per unit will give us. So the selling price was what? 120, right?
120.
130 or 120?
120.
120 minus.
I mean,
so
Lemon. Hey, what
From-
the command is? Hey, where the command is?
That doesn't mean that the 84 cannot represent a variable cost per unit because of
yes,
the 84
includes
here
the
has
fixed cost, so we cannot. So we have to deduct it. So this should have been what? 84 minus 12.
12.
That gives us, if you calculate together, it's 48. This is the correct answer. But there's also another way to do it that will prevent all this stress. Remember, I said that contribution per unit is given by profit. Contribution is equal to profit plus fixed cost. Right? So you can just look at the profit at the down, which is the 36, and add the fixed overhead of 12 to get the same 48.
Twelve times 2,000. 12 times 2,000.
It would have been 36 plus the 12. We give at the same 48. Please, are you getting it?
I'm following. I'm following.
Yeah. Okay, so that was one way that we could have done it. Very well. So the required contribution will be the 2,000 units times 12. 2 times 12 is 24. That's what 24,000. 24,000, yeah. Or
24,000 over 48. So open the phone, give me, take it down.
You know, time to open it. You just take from give me.
Open up.
First,
yes, please.
please can you come and go with the
The required contribution, the fixed cost, right?
Calculator.
So let's say that the fixed cost per unit
Calculator.
times the quantity will give us total fixed cost. Right? Very good. This total fixed cost is the same as the required contribution. Right? So this was 12. And I'm saying that we use a normal unit given the question. The normal unit was normal capacity of 2,000 units. The 2,000 units is what I want to use. 12 times 2 is 24. Right.
Oh,
Oh,
whatever.
Sorry. When you calculate this, it should give 500 units.
Exactly. I'm 500.
So what's the next step? You calculate for the value, the sales value, right?
Yes, you multiply it by
Selling price.
good man. $120.
120.
You get
So,
60,000.
thank you.
Charlie. Look at this sharp.
That's a huge
Right.
calculator.
So this is one way of calculating the breaking points in sales. Right. But this indulge me for a second, let me teach you another way. Right. Now there is a formula or calculation known as what? Contribution to sales ratio. Contribution to sales ratio.
Wait, check my percentage for you. My phone percentage.
That is given by the contribution per unit.
Oh. No budget. You get the iPhone. You get double tap.
Right, this becomes 48 by
Why do you
120.
get problem? Are you doing like that? Like, the problem.
48 over 120. Mm. So this is also known as the CS ratio.
CS, no operation.
What do you know? You're going to take?
That gives 0.4, right? Now-
The 48
Where
is
is
the
the
variable
48
cost. Variable
This is the
cost.
contribution per unit,
Oh, no.
not variable cost, contribution per unit. The 36 plus the 12. That we just completed.
Eh?
Contribution per unit.
So that profit
Oh,
plus
okay.
profit plus fixed cost is contribution per unit.
Yeah. Alright. So when you get this, the formula for break-even points in sales can be given by fixed cost divided by the CS ratio. That becomes what? 24,000 divided by 0.4.
3,000.
Now we got the same 60,000. To calculate it. We get that same figure.
So what if in example choose not to do this one?
The other formula to give the same answer is equally correct.
Let's see.
Right? But it sounds
Total units times fixed overhead, right?
Yeah.
Give it 24,000.
you can have a situation when they just give the CS ratio and maybe fixed cost. Use it. And if you don't know this formula, then you won't be able to do it.
So this, hey,
Alright. So now you are calculating the margin of safety, right? That's given by the projected or budgeted sales minus the break-even point in units. Now in the question, what was the budgeted sales or the projected sales for the next month?
200 units,
Thank you.
2,000 units.
2,200.
Budgeted sales for the next month. 2,000 units.
2,200 units.
Now what's the break-even point? In
Break-even
units?
point in units
Was
is 500.
500, right? I think the house
Now we count what?
That will give you 1,700.
700.
Yeah.
Not that people get 2,000. You know that 500 will go into. You know that interest. See,
I mentioned the 1,000.
you said 1,000 something.
No, I said 1,000. And I was looking at the
It's
700.
6,000.
Then 700 now.
I will try.
Up next.
Camera mic. Mete camera mic. Hey. Come on, show you. Please. Look at the boy. Boy, you don't know your work again. Look at this.
So, have they given us total sales in this question?
Total sales. In the question.
But we
Is
have
it-
total variable cost.
Total variable cost. Was what, 48. It's
Are you sure that's total variable cost?
total variable cost. It's 4 minus 2.
Because I can see from my book that pretty much right now.
Yeah, so now we are finding for the budgeted profit for the next month, right? For the next month. So as we said earlier, the profit is given by what?
Total cost minus total revenue.
Total revenue minus total cost. Thank you, Charles. Alright, so first, the total revenue is on the sales revenue. So you have to find for the sales revenue first. That becomes the budgeted sales times the selling price per unit. What's 12 times?
120.
12 times, like
The answer will be 264,000.
264,000.
TVC is what?
So next, we can wait for our variable cost per unit. Our per variable cost.
What's it?
The question, it was, so that would be 72.
72 more.
So 84 minus the 12.
48.
48.
84 minus 12.
48.
84 minus 12.
So it's not.
No.
It's
No,
not.
total variable cost. Total variable cost.
Total variable cost is 78.
48.
No.
No, see.
Total variable cost is 22 plus 36 plus
Plus
14.
Minus 12.
No, minus 12 again. Because it's either supposed to be 84 minus 12. But the 84 was the total of direct materials, direct labor, variable overheads, and fixed overheads.
72.
So 72.
So where will we get this? Where will we get this? 48. 48.
That's why I would say that 48 is this thing.
So, what that?
48 is contribution unit.
Contribution per unit is the 48.
And in doing relax.
Yeah.
And in doing contribution, and to find contribution unit, it's what selling price minus what variable cost
Oh, in
Yeah,
that.
per unit, yes.
per unit. How did we get 48?
No,
So,
contribution
it was-
per unit is profit.
No, the contribution per unit. I give you 2 ways to do it.
This profit plus 12.
That's contribution. That's
Contribution per unit.
this profit man. You gave us
That's
two
twelve.
two
Two
okay.
Listen.
Two ways to do it. So
SP minus VC is the
contribution per unit.
Okay. With the SP is 120. So to get the VC is 84 minus 12. You will be 72. Index.
So 72
Ah.
So you do correct.
Look, my brother. So that was contribution per. Why you not talking well? You not talking well. You confuse me.
Alright.
You confuse me.
So let's
All
carry
this
on.
while they follow top 48.
So please, what's the product of this? 2,200 times 10.
Bolama picture come.
Obama Bolema
It was
Blue.
really like my now I don't burn shit.
What you talk like that?
I don't burn shit.
Master, if you hear the thing they do,
150.
I have practical story.
you pass it the wrong accounting standard.
150. 400.
400.
Hey, you make no food. You make no food. You take food. I'm not
Please,
shouting.
what about the fixed cost?
24,000.
Are you sure?
24,000, yes.
Please check again. It cannot be 24,000.
He said fixed cost is total overheads times the number of units. So it's 12 times 2,000 units.
2,200. Where is the projected sales?
Where is the projected sales?
And I think that would be 64,000. Please check for me. I'm not sure.
About what? 2,200 times 12. I think 56,400.
Wow. So this was this what is this?
Meaning?
158 4,000.
1,500.
Or 400.
158
400.
plus
26400.
26400.
184 800.
1.
8 for 800.
So that minus the sales value will give us what?
9,200. Boleman.
That's
Please
budgeted
watch on the board.
79,000 what?
200. You should watch the board, Boleman.
200.
That's all.
Hey, boy,
200. 200.
maybe I will do no.
But
You're supposed to be learning, man.
I'm feeling little boy. I'm teaching now.
Boleman, relax you.
That was hard, man. Go beat it.
So now we are going to complete the sales required to achieve
96,000 in a
profit
month.
of. Yeah, so let's do that. Charlie, that's all right. Alright, so the last part of our question is the sales required to achieve a target profit of 96,000 Ghana cedis, right? So this is the same formula. The required contribution plus the target profit all over
Hey,
contribution per unit times selling price per unit. Required contribution was 24,000 plus 96,000.
48.
About 48.
That's 120.
You get 3 million.
120,000.
That 3 million, 120,000.
3 million.
120,000 Ghana cedis.
Right. So that's all for this video.
Okay, thank you very much.
Comment.
Thank you much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thank you.
Right.
And also, don't forget to also turn on your notification bell and so comment.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
As we see.
Thank you.